Thank you for tuning in to another video by yours truly, Toby, the so-called artist. Hi, it's me, Toby, the so-called artist, and I am so happy to be back. I've been super busy this summer. I've been picking up a couple more shifts at work than usual, so I haven't had as much free time to draw and record those drawings because I got to make sure I have good lighting and I have enough time to set up the camera and then take breaks in between everything. It's a whole process. But I asked you guys on a little poll because I realized that as my channel grows, that not everyone knows who I am. So this is going to be my 2026 Meet the Artist video. Yay! So I recorded the sketching process for TikTok and Shorts. So that's going to be separate. But the coloring process I have recorded for you guys, and we'll get to chat and basically get to know me. If you have questions about the journal cover or case that I'm using, I will answer all of those at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. Alright. So by the time this video comes out, it should be Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth. I'm black and I'm proud. If you couldn't tell by my hands or seeing my face around, yes, I am black. And I think that's a very important part of me as an artist and just as a person, because when I step outside the house, I can't forget that fact. So just putting that out there. But let's go over some other basic information. Yes, my name is Toby. I'm 26. So yes, despite my youthful sounding voice, I am like pushing 30. My star sign is the Pisces, and I think I'm gonna leave it there. I don't like the whole idea of like sharing every little fact about yourself on the internet. So because it's nice having fans and like talking to people online, but like we aren't friends. There's got to be a barrier there. I'm not gonna tell you about everything that happens in my life. Got to keep some stuff a mystery. All right. I want to say my biggest inspiration in like art and creative processes, I'd have to say comes from Sega games, kind of like Sonic, the Nights into Dreams games. I love. Uh, I want to say Super Monkey Ball, but I just like the character designs for the game. I didn't play that game a lot because I kind of have motion sickness. So if you ever play Super Monkey Ball, that is a game where it's a whole lot of spinning. And even sometimes when I play Sonic games and he goes through those little loop-de-loops, I sometimes have to close my eyes because it will make me a little nauseous, even like through a video game screen. So, but I still love the character designs. And another thing that inspires me is marine biology. I am a big deep sea creature nerd. I love them. I love little creatures and little fishes. The deeper in the ocean I can go, the more joy I am given. And last but not least, another inspiration for art, which I don't think anyone would be able to guess it. It's actually Monet. I love those impressionism paintings, and something about them just like I look at it and it breathes life into me? So those are like my biggest inspirations art wise. Jumping to some other things that I like. I also like burgers. I really like burgers. I also like apples. Apples and burgers are two things I really like. I haven't had them together, but also I don't think I would dislike those two things being put together. I'd have to see if there's like an apple burger recipe out there. So those are like some big foods I love. I could eat those all day long, no problem. Um, Other things I like, my favorite animals are foxes and also jellyfish. Going back on that marine biology thing, yeah, those are my two favorite animals. I also really like Hollow Knight, like the game, lore, world building, all of it. I love. And before any of you ask, no, I haven't beaten Hollow Knight. Um, I'm not very good at video games, and Hollow Knight is a very difficult game to beat. I am doing my best, and I refuse to play on baby mode. Damn it, I'm grown. I'm going to beat this game at some point, just not right now. So another thing that's listed on like Meet the Artist cards or pages is like their dislikes. Um, I don't like the color yellow. I don't like using the color yellow. I will tolerate it if it's on an object of sorts, which is weird because I love gold, but in my mind, gold and yellow are not the same thing. I have like a whole YouTube video about my disdain for the color yellow. Uh, Art supplies wise, I hate charcoals. I hate the sound of them. I hate using them. I hate the feel of them. I hate how they leave a mess everywhere. I had to use charcoals in college and high school, and I hate it. I just cannot stand it. Like, my skin crawls at the thought of having to use charcoals. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Another thing I dislike greatly, cold weather. I am not built for cold weather. I love warm weather and warm weather only. If there is a stiff breeze anywhere, I would like to be inside. Very much so. Thank you. I did try to think of other answers to give you guys in anticipation for questions that you might have for me. I want to say I prefer, because these are questions I get asked a lot. I prefer traditional art over digital art. There's nothing wrong with digital art, and I do dabble in it. I just have a lot more fun using all of my different art supplies over just color picking things digitally. And it's the process of making that art that really sticks with me. Although I wish traditional art supplies wasn't so expensive, because I've recently taken a liking to ink and ink pens, but I can't dabble in those as much as I like because I have to be financially responsible. Oh, I do know a lot of people have been wondering about what fandoms I guess I'm in. I bounce around between a lot of different things, so it's hard for me to like make an itemized list of every fandom I participate in. But I love Sonic games, Sonic characters. Amy Rose is my favorite character. I have Amy Rose plushies, figurines, keychains. She is everywhere. I love her so much. But I also like Sanrio characters. I'm big on the X-Men. I also like the DC comics, like Wonder Woman. Um, I really like Transformers. But I don't talk about Transformers as much because I've got a weird relationship with liking certain Transformer movies, but some of the shows are really good, like specifically Transformers Prime, favorite Transformers show. Hands down. I will defend that show till the end of time. But I'm not like super up to date with everything, so I don't consider myself as like a fan, which is weird. It's one of those weird things in my mind where I'm like, if I'm not an active participant, then I'm not a current fan. But I think that's just because I grew up with like toxic fan culture of people having to constantly prove that they are a fan of something to get respect in certain fields or areas online. But I say, as long as I am enjoying that thing, that makes me a fan. So I guess I'd also say I'm a fan of like Pokemon and Legend of Zelda. Although I'm trying to get into Legend of Zelda, but the games intimidate me because once again, I'm not good at video games and there's a lot of puzzles in those games. And I don't want to spend my time playing the game and also looking up solutions to all the puzzles, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to use my brain and figure it out. But I am scared that I am not as smart as I think I am. At least when it comes to Legend of Zelda games. I'd also say that I do love anime. I love anime a lot. Mostly mangas. Because anime is nice, but mangas have such a diverse range of art styles, and you lose a lot of that creativity and flow in animation. Like, favorite manga, Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. That artwork is gorgeous, and the line weights, chef's kiss. But the animation, albeit it is good, it's not as expressive as it is in the manga. Like Dungeon Meshi, and like Witch Hat Atelier, I love that it's gotten an animation now, but I miss the cross hatching. I miss the details. I miss that when I picked it up it looked like a fantasy book, but it was a manga. So there's a lot of things that I love about the art world, but there's things about the art world that I don't like. And that's just part of the internet, baby. You gotta take the good with the bad. Sometimes there's a lot more good than the bad. But it's up to you to figure out and weed through everything, you know? Gotta go on your own little adventure. I think that's all I have to say. You know, contrary to popular belief, it's hard to just talk about yourself without revealing personal details, you know? Hi! Alright, this is the journal portion of the video where I talk about the build of my journal. I guess you would call this like a commonplace journal, but growing up, we didn't call it that. I know it's like not a new term, it's just been really popular lately. I just call it a journal. It's just where you've kept notes in general, but I've been shifting some of my notes over the years into this book. So, well, books, or journal overall. So, I'll give you a talk about the outside. This is just a clear pencil case that I folded in half that I got at the craft store. This is just a pen I got, and this is my Baron Humbert von Gickingsen pen that I have. And then this is a tiny pen of Princess Duck from Princess Tutu, but in her duck form. This is a necklace I've made inspired by song chords from the Avatar movies. And then this pendant here, it used to be on a necklace, but it broke. It's actually my initials. My dad got this as gifts for me and my siblings, but mine broke, so I just put this on here. Inside here is a leaf from a tree that I dried out and I flattened, and I just have that in here. In the back, I have a jumbo Pokemon card of Bulbasaur. This whole thing is subject to change throughout time, so it is what it is. The sketchbook I have here is a Canson mixed media sketchbook. This one I believe is, it's graduate grade, so it's for like professionals, but not quite professional. It's like college kids and then professionals. So it's a tier system of skills. So it's really good paper, and I figured that having a landscape sketchbook would fit really well here. I gotta move this around so it lays flat. I have two Pokemon cards here. I forget the name of this Pokemon, but it's not in English, so I can't remember the name right now. I'll put the name of it on screen, but I also have this Mew card here that's real sparkly and shiny. But I have this here. Oh my gosh, my laptop. Thank you, laptop. It's giving me updates. And then I have these books. I love these books. These are Bruno Visconti styled books. This one is textured, so you guys can't really see it, but it has like a soft, I don't want to say it's like a soft leather kind of texture, but it's very soft. And I put like some decorative paper here. I think, I posted this here, and then I have more notes basically about like my art process and stuff in here. This book is it's the non-textured version of this book. I'm finishing a fantasy novel that I've been writing for years now. So there are a couple of chapters I have written in here that I'm working on. And then this is my like field journal with craft paper. So I am, for that fantasy book, I'm reworking the map, and I'll be doing illustrations in here. So those are those books that I'm using. This is just the other side of that insert. It's another zip-up pocket that I can put like decorative paper I want to display. And this is just a catch-all pocket for when I'm junk journaling. So if I'm outside and I want to collect something, it goes in this pocket. And I bring it home to put in my junk journal tin that has a lot of like papers and stickers and stuff that I've collected over the years, or just things I want to use in a junk journal but haven't quite found a place for it yet. But I think this is a good system for me personally because I like to jump back and forth between my art projects and it's easy to travel with. I made this myself. It's a very simple process of turning like a pencil case into like a travel notebook. And having my initial pendant here helps me remember to put this on the right way because I will get it all like twisted. But this way I know that if I see my shiny little initials here, that everything is situated just the way I like it. Okay, back to the actual ending of the video. Ta-da! I'm so happy with how it came out, and I am wearing my matching bracelets. I couldn't do them quite as much justice, and I could have sworn this bracelet had red in it, but it's all light pink and dark pink. But you know what? Some things are subject to artistic liberties. Anyway, I'm so happy to have been able to finish this piece and then pack it with so many stickers. I love stickers. They shine, they feel nice, and it just brings me joy. So, I want to thank you guys again for watching my video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!